This is the James McCabe Heritage 2 watch. This is an English-based company which started back in 1775, and they produced watches for about 100 years before they stopped, and now they've started to produce watches again. Now, the factory is just an hour from where I live, which is great because I've invited myself to their factory. I actually asked them, I said, would it be possible for me to come and have a look and take a video and do a background on the company, and they very kindly agreed. So hopefully I'm going to do that later this month, and then the video should be out probably early next month. So let me tell you about the watch and how it came. So this is what it comes in this really nice wooden box. Now, most watches at this price point would just come in a really cheap cardboard box, but this is a solid wooden box with a really nice hinge. So they've done a good job there. I was really impressed with it. Inside the box you saw earlier, so we've got the warranty card here, which is a 2-year warranty you get with the watch, which is brilliant. And then you have the instruction manual. Now in the instruction manual you also have a little bit about the history. Now you've got the James McCabe website there, and then if you go inside and you can see it'll talk about the history. James McCabe was born in 1748, son of Patrick McCabe, and so on. And it tells you about the watches, how he started. And they've actually produced some pocket watches for some very famous people. 2 very famous people. One, Lord Horatio Nelson. They produced a pocket watch for him, which is this one here, which actually sold at auction for £400,000 back in 2005. It's got all the information there. That looks like a really complicated watch there. And then another person was George Washington. So they produced a watch for George Washington, and this is the one that they produced for him. Today, this pocket watch number 3030 resides at George Washington Museum in Virginia, USA. So you can go and see this watch made by James McCabe in Virginia, USA. So those are the 2 pamphlets that you come with it. And what else comes with it is this really nice travel case. Just push the watch back a bit. So majority of watches they'll just come like that, but this actually comes with this really nice travel case. So you can put your watch in there when you're traveling, or if you're not going to be wearing it, you can put the watch inside, which is really nice. I like that. It's a good little touch to it, and I'll definitely be using that. It's got James McCabe inscribed Belfast, London, just on the edge there. Now the watch itself, let me give you some specifications on the watch. It is 39mm in diameter, and it's 12mm thick, and it uses the Japanese Miyota 3-hand automatic movement with date. Now the dial I really do like. It's got this multi-layered with a step in the middle of the dial, and it has applied hour markers. So most watches at this price point just have a plain flat dial and painted hour markers. So they've done a really good job. They've paid a lot of attention to detail on the dial. You can see all the way around it's got these sort of railroad marking minute markers, which I really like. It gives it a real vintage look, a real pocket watch type. I think that's what they've tried to go for, to look at their heritage and produce some watches which hark back to their tradition. So the dial has this very unusual spray paint effect on it, which I don't know what to say about that, to be honest. It gives the dial a really different look to it, because most dials they'll have like a textured look, and when you catch them at different lights, it will give a different look to it. But this one, because it has the spray paint on it, it always has a different texture to it. So it is quite nice. I do like it compared to just a normal flat silver or a grey dial to it. So it does add something to it. It has these stainless steel Breguet type flat hands with no loom on there. The entire dial doesn't have any loom on it at all, which is to be expected on a dress watch. You wouldn't really expect a dress watch to have loom on it. and it has this really nice domed sapphire crystal. It just sets the watch off really nicely, the way it curves up, instead of having a flat dial again like most watches would do. They just have a flat dial, and leave it at that. It doesn't have any anti-reflective coating on it, which is a real shame. I do prefer watches with anti-reflective coating. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I do wish companies would put anti-reflective coating on their sapphire crystals or acrylic crystal, because if you don't like it, you can always take it off. But for someone like me who does like it and prefers the way the dial looks without any glare or anything on there, it just makes the watch look better, I think. So any other companies out there who are going to produce some watches, please put anti-reflective coating on your crystals. The watch is made from stainless steel, but it's ionic plated with bronze, which gives it this really old vintage look to it, which I really do like. Now I know a lot of companies are starting to make bronze watches, and a lot of people are waiting to see what they will look like in years or decades to come. I think if it looks something like this, I'd be really impressed with it. This one gives it to you immediately. It gives you a real vintage look to it straight out of the box. And I really like that. I'm into my vintage watches. My collection's completely changed now to more vintage watches than modern ones. And if you can buy a vintage looking watch straight out of the box with all the modern functions and features, I think that's a great way to go. On the left hand side, you've got the James McCabe logo, and on the right hand side where you've got the crown, it's just a simple non-screw down crown. So the first position, which will change the date, and then you pull it out again. It's a non-hacking movement where you can set the time, and it's 50 meters water resistant, which is for me, it's fine. I've been wearing this watch now for just under 2 weeks, and it's been my full-time watch for that time. And I actually have taken it into the pool and been swimming with it, and I've not had any issues with any water getting into it or anything else. Now, on the back of the watch, you can see it's got a see-through sapphire crystal. Now, if you're a regular subscriber to me and you've seen my other videos, you will know I'm not a big fan of sapphire crystal back cases unless the movement is something special, and it's not just a generic movement. Now, to James McCabe's credit, they've actually done some changes to the back of the watch now. They've changed the rotor, and they've done a good job. I do like it. If you look at it, you can just about see the Guilloche inscribed on the back of it, and then you've got the GM, so you can see the movement, which is not a bad movement, but I would have much rather have had a solid case back. Now, James McCabe, they've got another watch which they've got a solid case back, and it's got a really nice engraving on there. I would have much rather have had that type of engraving on the watch, but I am in the minority when it comes to this. The majority of people do prefer to have a see-through back case, and that's why companies are doing it. And on the edge you've got water-resistant 5 ATM, Belfast, London, all stainless steel. Then you've got the reference number, which is JM1022, and it says assembled in UK, an automatic movement. The watch comes on this 20mm lug strap, which is really nice. It's very soft, and it's got these quick release pins, which is brilliant. That's how easy it is to take off, and then if you have another strap, you just simply do that, clicks in, and that's how quick it is to change a strap if you have another strap. Now, I've tried it on a vast array of straps, as always. I love to change my straps. I think any watch you should have at least 2 or 3 straps to give the watch a different look and feel to it. The strap James McCabe give you is really good quality. I can't fault it. It's waterproof. Like I said, I've been swimming with my watch, and I've not had any problems. It comes on this pin buckle, which I really do like. A lot of companies are putting these horrible deployment buckles on, which don't suit the watches whatsoever. This one goes well with the watch, and the GM is actually inscribed in. It's not lasered in. Again, like most other companies, they will just put a horrible either pin buckle or deploy it and then just laser the logos in. They've done a really good job. I'm very impressed with the fit and finish of this watch. They've done a fantastic job. I think at this price point, you'll be very hard pressed to find another watch with this quality. I have enjoyed wearing this watch for the past 2 weeks. Most watches I will wear for a few weeks before I do a review, and then I'll put them down, and then sometimes won't pick them up again for months or even years. But I think this one I will be wearing a lot. I have really enjoyed wearing it. One of the reasons is it goes with everything. I can wear it as a casual watch. Like I said, I've been swimming with it, so I've not had to worry about it being damaged. It seems to be very robust, and I can wear it with a suit when I'm going to a meeting. So it is. It could be for some people the one watch that they want for everything, and I think they've done a fantastic job with the whole watch. The fit and finish, can't fault it. And I will be actually picking up another James McCabe watch, which is going to be a chronograph. This one here. And I think that I might be picking up from the factory. I'm just waiting for them to confirm that they've got it, and then hopefully I can pick it up at the factory and maybe do an unboxing at the factory, which would be fantastic. I'll leave a link to the James McCabe website below. If you subscribe to their newsletter, they have discount codes and things like that sometimes, and special offers on some of their watches. And upcoming watches. They've got some really nice new watches that I've seen. So I'm looking forward to the factory tour, hopefully in the next few weeks. So watch out for that video, and thank you for watching.